Get a color TV or a Sony Betamax or a TV video game. Get it now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around, get the best prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Hello everybody, and thank you very much for your time today. And today I'm coming to you from North Charleston, South Carolina. Yes! Alright guys, obviously as you saw in the sign there, we are at the Northwoods Pointe Strip Mall, right next to Northwoods Mall in North Charleston, South Carolina. Wow, that's a lot of north. And also, as you see, we are right next to the Carolina Ice Palace. Now, next to the Ice Palace, and part of the Ice Palace here with this strip mall, there are a lot of recently closed stores that have moved away. Now, I don't know the full plan here next to Northwoods Mall concerning the redevelopment of this property. I'm not sure if the Zucker family owns this property or not. I believe they own the Carolina Ice Palace. But I have heard rumors that this property is going to become some type of residential complex, possibly retail. I am not sure if this is part of the master plan that is in place for North Charleston. There's a massive redevelopment currently taking place across all of North Charleston, including the Park Circle area, also this Northwoods area. And as you see there in front of us, the Carpet to Go store, we have already done a video from that store, so please check it out. And also shout out Z-Man. Also, he has done a video at that store, so please check out Z-Man and his channel. Alright guys, so here is the store that was just to the left of the Carpet to Go store. This kind of looks like maybe it was a furniture store or some type of, I don't know, maybe a kiddie play area. Maybe it was a bounce house place. Kind of weird there how the back is sectioned off, so I'm not sure what this was, if you do happen to know, or maybe it was a gym. If you do happen to know, definitely tell me in the comments, and that goes for all of these stores, by the way. Some of the stores, I don't really know the history. I know that currently what they were, and right now we're going to be looking at the Green Dragon. This was one of the parts of the Green Dragon store. Now, this was a comic book store. It was really big, I believe, on Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing type games and card type games. So this store has moved, as you see, over into the West Ashley section of Charleston, and actually recently was over on that side of town, and the new store looks pretty nice. So congratulations to the Green Dragon on a new store. I hope they have continued success in that new location. So as we start to walk the rest of the strip mall here, we're going to take a look at the first part of what was the Green Dragon store. You'll see Munchkin sold here. I'm not sure what Munchkin was. You see some of the cases that they've left behind. I'm not sure if they're coming to get some of that stuff. I assume no. In fact, there's actually was a sign off to the left there for Dungeons and Dragons. That actually would have been nice for the wall. I'm not a D&D guy, but definitely can respect it. Comics, jewelry, games, and books. And actually have gone into this store when it was opened. We just stopped in just to walk around. Again, not really the collectibles that I'm into. I'm really more into vintage stuff. Next door, we did have a salon, as you see here. So this was the Sweet Life Beauty Studio. So cool logo. And looks like the rooms for the salon were in the back. And looks like a nice little front waiting area. And let's see, everyone must wear a face mask. Now this one, as you see, I believe closed a few years ago. I'm not sure if they've moved to a new location, so if anybody does know, definitely put it in the comments. And hope they're doing okay, the owners of the store. Hope they've moved on to a new location, but if not, unfortunately, that's the way a lot of businesses have gone recently, so best wishes. All right, guys, next up, this is going to be Hot Needles Burning Thread. So I guess this is another type of salon. Unfortunately, everything was blacked out on the windows. I'm not sure if this was just a eyebrow type studio that you would see in the mall for ladies or men. I guess you could also get that done. And there we see Di Chi Moi. So I believe this was an Asian market or an Asian restaurant. I'm not sure. I think it might have been a market, and we'll see in another moment as we start to move to the left there. Also, in this parking lot, by the way, I will put the term of characters. There were several characters that were coming and going through the parking lot. I guess folks that really just had nowhere to be during the day. It actually was a very nice day during filming here. There you go, Saigon Market. So this was a market. And again, this is probably only my third time in this part of the strip mall. We've been over to the Carolina Ice Palace a bunch, and we'll take a look in again. You know, looks like could use definitely a lot of work, but I think this entire part of the strip mall, to my knowledge again, and I might be wrong, is supposed to be demolished and redeveloped. I think that if these stores left, with the amount of traffic that there is at the mall, and also as you see all the cars that are at the Carolina Ice Palace, this is a very, very heavily trafficked area of North Charleston, and not just for illicit pharmaceuticals, but for cars. This is one of the busiest intersections in all of Charleston for Ashley Phosphate Road. So if you ever talk about traffic in Charleston and North Charleston, everybody knows Ashley Phosphate Road is a nightmare. There is a lot of congestion, so hopefully this redevelopment will change things. And guys, if you want to send money, obviously you could have sent money worldwide here at the market, but unfortunately no more. And also, again, if anybody knows if the market has moved on to a new location, let me know. Now, next up, we're going to see Neighbor's Commissary Kitchen. So I believe this is one of those kitchens where if you had a small business that was a restaurant, maybe you did some catering, you would be able to come in and possibly use all of the facilities for your food prep. Looks like one of the doors has been taken out here, or maybe kicked in. So unfortunately, to see that. I hope somebody didn't decide to go off and damage the property there, but it kind of looks like it. Now, next up, I believe this was some type of kids' play area, or as you saw there was a sticker for martial arts, but I've seen in the past with these types of plywood and also the little sponges from pool noodles, sometimes dance studios will use those as flexible flooring for their dance studios. So here, next up, we see a Body Chiropractic, and this is another one that I believe has recently moved away. You'll see March all the way back of 2023, so this one is almost a year out. Looked like it was a nice waiting room. Cool tile there. Would like that actually for my backsplash for the kitchen, maybe. Kind of fancy. And this will be the last window that we're going to look in on this part of the strip mall, because next is the Busy Bee, and that is in full operation. I believe that is a kiddie play area where you can go in and your kids can play and all that stuff. And then the next part of the building is going to be the Carolina Ice Palace. Now we're going to walk the front of the strip mall here and take a look at the facade. You see how things are really dreary, and since we've even moved down here to Charleston almost several years ago, this strip mall always was kind of like run down. It never really was shiny and clean. Recently, the Ice Palace has done some external upgrades, so good for them. It's nice to see that they're freshening up the exterior of their property. And by the way, the rinks are actually very nice at the Carolina Ice Palace. So for anybody that is into ice skating or hockey or figure skating, definitely check out the Carolina Ice Palace. That is where everybody goes here in Charleston, because I'm unaware of any other ice that folks can skate on for the public here in the Charleston area. If there is, obviously let me know. Next up, we're going to see again the front of the beauty salon and then the front of the Green Dragon. Now the Green Dragon, actually they use a similar sign at their new location, so that's cool that they've actually kept the same font. And if you possibly hear in the background, one of my few dogs have decided to start barking at nothing as usual. All right, so next up we are going to take a look at the other strip mall that is part of this complex. And we see Hams. I believe that is how it is pronounced. So for those of you that like ham, this would be the place for you. No, actually, Hams, I believe, is a personnel, a staffing organization. So calm down, Sleeve. There isn't ham here, and there's no donuts also. It's all right, my friend. Also, guys, again, shout out. Sleeve did it. Check out his channel. Recently hit 1,000 subs. Congratulations to Sleeve. Let's take a look here in the drive-through. Now, I'm not sure what the drive-through was for before it was Ham. So if anybody does know, please let me know. So you pull up through the drive-through and you knock. So I'm not sure if you knock for, hey, do you happen to have work today? Or maybe you picked up your paperwork. I'm not really sure how all of that worked. But obviously it was probably some type of eatery before this was Ham's. And you'll see where they have moved to. They've moved to Montague Avenue over near the arena. So Montague Avenue, by the way, folks, is where the Coliseum is, where the Stingrays play, which is a minor league hockey team, and also our larger concerts come through and play at the North Charleston Arena. Here you see Holy City Nutrition. So I believe this is one of those like shake places, I can't remember the name, but it's one of those powdered shake places. You know, you buy into it, or actually you don't buy into it. Sorry, I don't want to put it down. But there you go ahead and buy into the system, and you purchase all of these different shakes and powders and all that stuff. So good stuff if you're looking for health, but obviously they've moved away. Next up, we're going to be looking at an eye doctor's office. So nice office, nice planking on the floor, nice slat work on the walls. Definitely, you know, it's really sad that this might be knocked down. That actually somebody could really move in very fast. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at CompuZone. So obviously this was a computer store, I guess computer repair and or custom computers. So as usual with computer stores, just a simple walk-in area and then probably an area in the back for stock. They probably had a desk right there where you see all of the dirty area on the floor. I'm going to go ahead and take a look into one other part here, relocating to the North Charleston Center. Not sure where that is, but obviously everything has common names down here, by the way. If you're not from Charleston or North Charleston, you definitely have to have a phone, and you've got to look on Waze or Apple Maps or Google Maps to figure out where you're at, because a lot of things are named very, very similar manner here in the Charleston area. Next up was going to be a budget rent-a-car place. So out in the parking lot, there would be cars, and you'd walk in and obviously rent your budget car. They've moved to Rivers Avenue by Aviation Boulevard. And don't leave any vehicles in the lot. Yep, so obviously if they've moved away, don't leave any vehicles in the lot. So don't be a dummy and leave your vehicle there. Next up, this was going to be a tuxedo place, Tuxedo Junction. They are also relocating to Rivers Avenue. There again is my son, who loves to get in every shot possible. So they are going to be moving next to Target on Rivers. So that's another heavily trafficked area. Again, not only for illicit substances, but also for cars. So as we take a look in here, you'll see the fitting rooms. You'll see how some of the shelving there is just knocked over on the ground. That kind of sucks. And then finally, guys, in this strip mall, we are going to be taking a look at a Thai place. I believe this was May Thai, and we'll check it out in a moment, but I forget the exact name. The door is broken, so please use the other entrance if you didn't know already. And so here is the May Thai. And they are moving over to Old Trolley Road in Somerville. That's another very, very heavy traffic area over in Somerville. Old Trolley Road is connected to Dorchester Road. Looks like they were open from about 11 to 9. Looked like a nice place there. A little bit of a sit-down area. Ceiling tiles looking kind of crusty. Almost reminds me of a lot of Chinese takeout joints. And let's see, I think we're going to take a look in the front here real quick. And then we're also going to take a look on the side. And stay with me, we're actually going to be walking around the back of the property. Back of the property is kind of crusty also. So a lot of potholes, a lot of stuff that really hasn't been maintained through the years. So kind of sad. But again, you know, there was a lot of commerce here. There you see some random buses across the way. And there's also a seafood place that I think might have been a Joe's Crab Shack back in the day. If you guys happen to know, I think it's called Red Crab now. If you guys happen to know what that was before, definitely let me know. It has a really cool bridge and a walkover area. It's not closed, so I couldn't really film it. And there again, we see the Northwoods Mall. Yes, May Thai, so sushi and other lovely foods. For me, I usually hit the $5 sushi days at Publix or here at Harris Teeter in the Charleston area. And there you see on the corner of Northwoods Mall, the Belk location. All right, guys, let's take a look up at the signs. Got Mai Tai. You got all of the patchwork and potholes in the back here. So the formal wear place obviously wasn't just a Tuxedo Junction. It was something before that, and Tuxedo Junction might have bought them, or maybe they just moved in because it was just such a perfect location here for folks to pick up tuxedos and any other formal wear. And the CompuZone sign that you saw, so good sign. And we're coming up to the Ham Staffing sign, and then also there is the We Moved sign in the back. This Ham Staffing location is really weird with that glass door also. You see some sandbags. Not really sure why they would need that. I'm not sure if this parking lot floods that bad. It's not really near a river. But guys, we are at the end of the video. I thank you very much for your time. Join me in the next one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.